What a beautiful day to be alive. What's up, ninjas? It's the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, whatever. Look, man, it's a beautiful day. It's a windy day, but it does not stop us from becoming better ninjas every day. Now, take this as an introduction. It is my first personal video of the man and the face behind the voices. Now, as an introduction, today we're going to be doing some drills. Footwork drills. All right, we're going to be doing 3 sets of different footwork drills in order to get you guys better at getting out of the way of unnecessary dangerous positions. So let's get into it. All right, ninjas, we're gonna be doing some footwork drills, okay? Before we start, we gotta make sure that we get some warm up. Do not do these without a proper warm up. Let's get into it. A lot of times I don't really do much, right? I just want to get those blood flowing as much as possible. All right, just gonna make sure you don't get injured. You don't want to get injured, especially if we're training and rehearsing things like this. And a lot of times we're going to be doing some dynamic movements, right? You don't want to get your hamstring all fucked up. Okay, good. Let's get into it. All right, ninjas, so we're going to be focusing on 3 different sets of exercise today. Number 1 is our ability to retract from a situation, so how fast can we get away from a situation. And number 2 is our ability to retract and get back into a situation, so how fast can we pull back and then get back into that situation. And the third one, which is also super important, is our ability to shift angles and change angles without leaving ourselves in a highly compromised position. Okay, it is going to be fun, and I hope you guys bear with me. First, we'll have to do a little drill so that you guys kind of get familiar and ready for the dynamic we're going to be getting into. Let's get into it. It's a pretty simple drill, but we're going to be bouncing our toes. So first we bounce on the toes, okay? And then once you get familiar with this movement, you're going to simply start going back and forth like this, okay? Simply, just this, okay? And then every single time, at certain time, you're going to be switching positions like that. So you change angles, okay? You change angles, in and out, switch angles, in and out, right? Switch angles, in and out. And then we're gonna do the zigzag. So here, it's a pretty simple movement, but it is going to improve your ability to get in and out of a situation. All right, 7 minutes, you don't stop. There you guys have it. Now, at this point, I'm pretty sure you guys are warmed up enough, and we can get into the first set, which is the retraction drill. All right, so here's what's going to happen. The opponent is right in front of us, okay? We're going to stand from a neutral position, hands up in your fighting stance, and what you're simply going to do is, from a bouncing position, we're going to get out as fast as possible. Usually you want to do like a 2-step drill, so you want to get back 2 steps. So it's gonna look something like this. So we're here, back, come back, okay? So back, come back, back, come back. It's a pretty simple movement. Now, if you want to spice it up, here's what you can do. So we're gonna move forward and then back. Move forward, forward, back. It's a pretty simple drill, but if you do this, you're going to improve your ability to move out of the situation fast enough. Let's get into the next one. All right, so the next session is gonna be able to retract and get back into a situation. So one step back out and then one step back in. Pretty much similar to the first drill, but we're gonna try to get back out as fast as possible and then get back into a situation as fast as possible. Let's get it. So here, same start. We're gonna get bouncy a little bit, okay? So we get bouncy. We're gonna take one step, right? My weight is on my back foot, okay? So pretty much I'm able to lift my front foot. And then I'm going to step back in with the weight on my front foot. It's gonna be back foot, right? Front foot, weight. Back foot, front foot, weight. So when you put that together, it's gonna be something like this. So you're here, it's gonna be up, back in, up, back in, up, back in. It's a pretty simple movement. Now, to spice it up, again, we're gonna take a few steps forward and then back out and then back in. So like this. So we move forward like that and then back. Move forward, up, back, get back, move forward, and get back. Move forward, and then back. All right, okay. So now we're gonna get into the third session, which is your ability to switch angles as you're moving backward. Here's the rule. Usually when you're getting away from your opponent, especially an aggressive opponent, you want to take at least 1 or 2 steps back and then immediately switch angle, okay? You do not want to switch angle right away, at least most of the times. But in most situations, you want to be able to retract 1 or 2 steps back and then switch angle, all right? That's what we're going to get into right now. So it is going to look something like this, okay? So instead of just switching angles, let's say that the opponent is trying to press me. Instead of just switching angles and trying to move away, imagine retracting. First, you'll retract yourself at least 2 times and then switch angle, okay? So not immediately switching angles and just trying to move away. Instead, I'm going to take a few steps back, pop, pop, and then maybe switch angle. Much safer way to do things, okay? So to rehearse this, what we're gonna do is, here, we're going to take a few steps back, 1, 2, and then switch angle, okay? Again, 1, 2, and then switch angle. Now you guys can see what my hands are doing. I'm not switching angles with my hands down and doing this. This is stupid. Instead, I'm going to have my hands really protect me based on the angle and the direction that I want to move in. So if I'm going that way, I want to be able to push my opponent this way while keeping myself safe. If I'm going this way, on the contrary, I'm going to have my rear hand assist me in that retraction. So here, switch angle. The only time I would switch angle immediately if I don't have enough space to move backwards. So let's say my back is against the wall, my opponent is pressing me, and I need to move fast. It's simply going to be moving forward. So I'm pushing forward, hands up, switch angle, okay? So forward, switch angle, retract. All right, so I'm actually gonna add a bonus step, which is the stand switch, okay? It's actually a pretty fast way to get out of the way of a situation. Looks something like this. So perhaps maybe instead of doing this, what we can do is switch stances. So we're here, we go up, and then come back, okay? So we're here, we go up, and then come back. It's a pretty impressive and a fast way to get out of the situation. And it's kind of sneaky too, because your opponent is going to try to catch you, but for some reason it always seems like you're taking 2 steps away from them, which is, yeah, it's an interesting way to move, especially if you're a kicker. It's an excellent way to move. So I can just hum and then I can kick. Okay, so stand switch here, switch, much further away from the opponent. Now, there's going to be a few guys who are probably going to ask me that, what if my legs can't stick together, and what can I do to actually rehearse that, right? There's rubber bands, okay? You can use rubber bands to actually get that problem fixed. So how do we do this? Well, I'm going to take the rubber band, and this is the kind of knot I'm gonna be doing. So I'll put the rubber bands around my legs, like that, okay? So now, if you have problem keeping your legs together as you do this, right, it's going to force your legs to be together, okay? So if you can't do this without the rubber bands, put the rubber bands on, and you're going to realize that it's actually much more easier to keep your legs together when you're doing this with the rubber band. Also, it is going to be very taxing on your glutes, because you're going to be constantly putting pressure, and you're going to be pressured by this rubber band. But it's a good thing. All right, ninjas, there you guys have it. If you guys have any questions, send me a DM, and then we'll see what we're gonna do about that. Also, if you guys have any sparring videos, you wanna be able to send me that, because I will be making some analysis on your sparring videos, and I'm going to make you a better fighter, all right? So don't miss that opportunity. Send me those videos. Also, if you like the content, like it and follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one.